Yes, well, when it comes to the flat Earth, and people have been harassing me, one guy in particular, a lot about the sun, and certainly it is quite a head effer when you're talking stars, the sun, the planets, the movements. You're talking the science they've given us, and a lot of different videos that have emerged in the last year and even a couple of years. And I've said this before, going back about a year ago. I said, problem is there's so many videos up that just show music and no narration, and they don't explain anything. Well, I have to give Mr. Thrive and Survive uh, a shout out here. He's done a good video here. Some people don't like Thrive and Survive. I can't comment. I haven't watched enough of his work, but I certainly have watched a few of his videos and I've found them quite informative. So there's another argument. People will be saying all sorts of things, but you just judge something. Any video, any person can make a good video, we say, and there's always good information. Even I've found good things on Alex Jones occasionally. Pretty occasionally when it comes to Alex Jones, it's mostly you hear something he says and then you go and research it yourself and you find out better. But I don't do that much anymore. When I first started, he was one of the only sources of something a bit alternative, and used to just sort of try and read between the lines of Alex's work. And Alex's work was totally fraudulent, as we know, in many ways. And this video here, though, I thought was a corker, because he has a nice diagram and he talks it through. So you've got to commend somebody who does a video like that without flashing lights and hip hop music or something belting out at you. Well, we've got this idea here, which I thought was pretty good, how the exact spot, right, each 24 hours returns to the sun. This is a scientific model, as he explains. And then as you come around the year, and that would be the problem, that what was midday should be now midnight. So the clocks would have to adjust 12 hours that way and then back 12 hours to be right with the thing, or it suddenly would be just midnight at what was midday and vice versa. I think you can clearly see what I'm saying here. It's pretty simple. He goes through a very long explanation, which is good for some people because they don't get things too easy. I'm not the greatest at picking up something either. I need to look at something pretty carefully and maybe watch it a couple of times. But when something's just all lights and hip hop music, you don't want to watch it the first time. So very interesting video anyway, and very damning point on the official NASA come Oxford University, let's call it that, model of how everything is going on. Because if you saw in the video too, he shows you where it's up here or down here, and of course it's sent side on. So it really does put some stress on those round earther people. I'd like to see them explain all this, how this can work. It's a very simple idea. Let me just play a bit of his video.
In August, we can actually see Aquarius in the sky because we're looking away from the sun, correct? And the sun is in Leo, so people born in August 1st, for example, they are Leo. Now, if I move it up to May 2nd, okay, what are those people? Okay, you have to look through the sun during the day.
He makes an actual mistake there, which is a pity. He calls one lot Aries and the other lot Scorpio. He's got that mixed up. But other than that little flaw, that was just a mistake. He does a very good job at describing what I just meant. So certainly go and watch that video. You'll get a better handle on it. But yeah, come on now, all you round earthies. I want to see you explain this to me. Just like you've never wanted to explain the tunnel. And look, I've found one in China. Let's just have a quick look at that. It's supposed to be 100 miles long. No, I made a mistake there. It's only 26 miles long. Sorry, folks. I don't know where I saw something said 100 miles long. It might have been in a comment to me. I must have made a mistake. If anyone knows of a 100-mile bridge, I just typed in China 100-mile bridge. But here's the said bridge. 26 miles. And so I wonder how the Chinese went about curving this. Very flat to the sea, that one bit was. Quite a construction, eh? Is that real? That looks like a cartoon, doesn't it? I think this world's strange. Has anyone been to China and seen this bridge? I'll tell you, don't know what you're looking at. That's CGI, isn't it? It looks terrible. That is CGI. Has to be. All these loop roads. That seems a bit crazy, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure about this now. That's weird, man. That is weird as. Oh no, this one says 102 miles. So I don't know, let's just have a look at that. Very confusing, eh? There is a 102 mile bridge. And then the 26 mile one we just looked at looked like CGI. Oh, help us. Well, there you go. So, whatever, there has to be some bridge there, you would think, eh? Oh no, that's the Pontchartrain. Okay. So it's 100 feet off the ground. There's one there, 34 mile, it reckons. Yeah, okay, anyway, even if they're only 10 miles long, maybe even a mile long, there has to be consideration for the curve if it's curving. That certainly looks flat to me there. And as we know, with perspective, look at the way it goes down, you know, showing that, you know, you definitely, when you look at anything, you've got a sort of an up plane, I call it, for want of a better name. Look at that. But certainly, are you going to think that it's sitting on the sea, or it's this way all the way, you see? Just think of your perspective. So, there's a lot wrong with our eyes, you know, that's another thing. But anyway, I like that video by Thrive and Survive, and I know Thresher Mason will hate it, he hates that guy. But you can't discount good information there. And if anyone had any clues on how it can be that we can be spinning around there, like he said, and then it not be midnight when it's midday, when it's 6 months later.